Now you have ideas about what kinds of messages can be appealing to a broader range of students, and you have ideas about how you can get the attention of those students and convey those messages. Now I want to talk for a few minutes about personally persuading students. Like when you're having that one-on-one conversation, how might that go? So this information is not from academic research. This is taken from advice that's given to salespeople. So when salespeople are talking to someone, they're told, use that person's name. There's something persuasive about having a person use your name that makes you more likely to want to go along with what they're telling you. When students raise objections, as I said, it wouldn't be uncommon for a student to say, oh, that doesn't seem really interesting to me. Make sure that you listen to them. Don't blow off what they're saying. Acknowledge what they think about computing. Oh, I understand that you think, I don't know, maybe they've heard a stereotype like computer scientists just work all by themselves in cubicles. So I understand that some people think that, but you know that's not really the case. And then what you want to do is let them know that the majority of computing professionals work on teams and work with clients, and that it is a very collaborative occupation, and that's the reality of the situation. And maybe if you could give them an example of a former student or just someone you know, that could be helpful. So your response would be, I understand why you might think that, but let me show you, and then give them the example. Some people, I don't know if this is still a common misperception, but people were very worried about offshoring. And certainly lots of computing jobs were offshored, but the thing is, relative to other occupations, computing still has tremendously more opportunities in the US than other occupations, most other occupations do. As I showed you early on, what was it? I forgot now. What's a CPA? Certified Public Accountant. So accounting occupations are expected to have very many opportunities. But for occupations that you can graduate with a bachelor's degree in hand and not have to have additional training, other than the accounting occupations, computing has the largest number of occupations expected by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So if somebody brings up this idea of offshoring, it's very easy to give them information about the accurate situation and anticipated situation in the future. So what if a young woman says, but I don't want to be the only woman, the only girl in your class, or the only woman computer scientist in my company. I'm just not comfortable in that situation. Again, so your response, make sure that you acknowledge the reality of the situation, and then, for example, with respect to your class, you might say that's why you really want her to bring friends into the class with her. And you could also talk about computing being on the verge of occupations like medicine or law, where women didn't used to go in those fields, and now more and more are going into them. And so things are changing, and that actually creates great opportunities for women. And then you could also, you might have this up on poster boards in your classroom, images of women who've contributed a great deal already to computing, like Ada Lovelace is an obvious example, but there are many, many others that you can show that, you won't be alone. And we're working to improve representation. But also there's data that shows that women who are in computing occupations really enjoy them. And when compared to women in other occupations, this is a study that was done by the Level Playing Field. They found that computing professional women enjoyed their work more than the average woman in other occupations like business. Finally, what if the student says, no, I just can't do it, won't do it, don't want to do it? Um, okay, you've given it your best shot. So your response to the student, the important thing is don't let her refusal be permanent. Okay, I understand, but would you mind talking to me again before you choose your courses next year? Keep that door open. Okay. If it's not going to work out while you're in high school, promise me you'll consider taking it when you go to college. Just keep the door open.